Yo, yo, yo. What up, my peoples? It's Friday. It's flippin' Friday. Let's go. Weekend's here, baby. What's up, guys? What we all grind for, yeah? The beautiful, beautiful weekend is upon us. Hope you're all doing well. I lied to you. I didn't get the rest of the YouTube stuff made public last night from whenever I was sick, but I'll do it tonight. Last night was family game night, man. I got wrapped up and hanging out with the fam, and so I didn't get that done. So hopefully you understand. But tonight I will. Oh, yo, I'll do it tonight. Booty, baby.
Are pretty funny, Gabs.
What up, broski? How was your day yesterday, dude? I'll pull this over here, actually. So this is what you sent me yesterday. I don't know that I'll deep dive into this, but we'll take a look at it, yeah. Got second place in cornhole? Bro, you be cornholing? Right on, doc. Nice, dude. Congratulations. What'd you get? Just, like, the fact that you can say you got second place in cornhole? Oh, that's fun, dude. You got thrown into a rando lobby? Yeah? You got stuck in a rando? Just work potluck, yeah. Word, dude, cool. That's cool, man. Yeah, you guys getting ready for the whole Thanksgiving thing, probably. Yeah, that's cool, man. Nice, dude. That's fun, man. I'm glad. I hope you had a good time, brother. That's cool. We missed you, but you know, worth, I guess. You know, if you had a good time. If you hadn't had a good time, not worth, dude. Not worth you not being here. Got a bit warm yesterday, yeah. Yeah, it wasn't a bad day here either. It was like mid 60s. I had to go out. I had some work done on the car. I actually had to have my head gaskets replaced on my car. It was a bit pricey. Yeah, low 70s, very sunny. Yeah, it was sunny here. It was like mid 60s, dude. Felt good. So Wednesday. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, the car's got some age on it now, dude. Car's hitting, I take pretty good care of my vehicles. I actually just took it in. My car sits in the garage most of the winter and spring. And so, I took it in. I was under mileage. I still hadn't hit mileage for an oil change yet, but it had been, I was over time. You know what I mean? That's how I don't drive it very often. Even whenever I do have it out during like the late spring through early fall, I don't drive it that often. So I don't put very many miles on it. And but the car's getting older, dude. It's about to hit 14 years old, you know? And so there's just going to be things that start breaking down on it, like sills and gaskets and stuff like that, you know? And they were starting to show a little bit of seepage coming out from the heads, some oil seepage and stuff. And I was like, well, I'd rather just take care of it now, you know, because I'm about to put it up for the winter, you know. So got a bunch of fluid changes, a bunch of the normal stuff, you know, and make sure that, you know, preventative maintenance stuff. And they found that. And I was like, well, let's just do that. Might as well change out the spark plugs and all that stuff if you're going to have the heads off and everything anyways, you know. And so just took care of a bunch of that kind of stuff, man. But I mean, the thing is, like, yeah, up front, the cost sucks, but it's always better to take care of it, you know, be proactive, because you leave stuff like that untaken care of, dude, it quickly is a rabbit hole, you know. You end up losing compression, you know, with the pressure in the engine that causes issues. You end up seeping, you know, you're losing oil, and it wasn't bad yet, but you could see it. They showed pictures and everything. You could see where the oil was coming out from the gaskets and stuff. It wasn't bad. It wasn't like spurting or anything. It was just seepage, you know, and it was like, well, let's go ahead and do it, you know. But again, car's hitting 14 years old, man, so you gotta expect it. but I love that car, man. I flipping love that car, so it is what it is. Felt really good when I picked it up, baby. Felt really good, nice and tight. Nice and tight like a tiger, you know. Yeah. You really do. It makes you. I mean, you know, I'm a former mechanic and everything, and I was kind of. I've always had that mentality anyways. You know, you take care of your stuff, then it lasts a lot longer, no matter what it is. I've always been somebody that takes care of my things, and vehicles are definitely one of those things. They're such a huge investment, you know, that if you don't take care of them the right way, they quickly can break down on you. They lose that worth, you know what I mean? And we rely on them many of us do anyways, rely on our vehicles day in and day out. So I try to take very, very good care of my vehicles, man, because they take care of us, you know, and we need them. So yeah, that's the way I've always kind of addressed that. Doesn't feel good though. Doesn't feel good when you take it in and you're like, I need an oil change. I'm probably going to need a diff, so, you know, get the differential changed out, and might need some brake fluid change, stuff like that. And then they're like, oh, yo, looks like your head gaskets are getting old. You know, it's like, how? You know, how? It hurts a little bit, bro. You know? But it's all right. It's all right. That's just life, man. That's just life. It's good to see you, buddy. I'm glad you had a good day yesterday. We're all going to have a banger of a day today because that's what we do, baby. It's going to be a good day. Blinker fluid. That is true. I've heard about that. Yeah. Yep. Or get that, you know, that premium air, you know, premium air in the tires. It's a rough one too. You know, if you ever buy those tires that require premium air, you got to be careful looking at your tires. Make sure you're not buying those tires that require premium air, because that stuff is insanely expensive. So yeah, we'll dive into the video gaming news here for today, November 17th, and then we'll get into another amazing day. It should be day 14, I think it is. Day 14, man. Am I on par here, or do I have this right? Yeah, day 14, dude. Of Baldur's Gate with our buddy Pinky, dude. It's been so much fun. I'm trying to romance some Shadowheart right now. Pinky's well into snogging up with Lae'zel right now, so I gotta try to get me some of that lover situation going on. Yeah, Florida, what's up? Oh, are you? Oh, really, Florida? Well, you look at Florida coming through with that the premium air prices. You know, the budget premium air prices. Right, Florida. It must be a Florida thing, you know. yo, nice, Florida. Thoughts on using nitrogen for tires versus regular air? I'm actually a proponent of it. Yeah. I've done it in my vehicle tires. Obviously, you know, whenever I was an aircraft mechanic, that's all we used, right? Nitrogen. I was actually thinking about that while we were talking about this. You know, that's all you use in aircraft tires. The reason nitrogen is good, if people don't understand, the reason nitrogen is nice is because it doesn't, oxygen has an issue with weather flux, right? Moisture can build up. It tends to flux. Your air pressure will flux with weather and stuff. Nitrogen doesn't do that. Nitrogen doesn't deal with moisture buildup. It doesn't deal with, you know, the same kinds of issues that like oxygen will. You don't deal with the pressure flux from differences in weather changes and things like that. Because if you'll notice, quite often, especially like this time of the year, I actually had it happen. The summertime, your tire pressure will tend to be like if you had all your tires set to like say 32 psi in the summer. Whenever the weather cools down, your tire pressure will go down, right? And sometimes if your tire pressure isn't high enough during the summer and then colder weather hits, you'll start having TPMs get set off, which are your tire pressure monitors, right? Because your tire pressure, the air gets so low that it'll be like, yo, you need to air up your tires. And it's because of the weather flux, right? I'm cool with it. I'm cool with the nitrogen stuff. I haven't actually, it was like, I remember it being a bigger deal for a lot of tire shops for automobiles. Dude, it was back in like the mid 2000s, late 2000s. No, yeah, like late 2000s, early 2010s. I was seeing it like, yeah, nitrogen doesn't get affected by temp changes, dude. Yep. Or not nearly as much. I don't know if it doesn't get affected at all, but it doesn't get affected nearly as much. Nearly as much. So you won't find yourself having to personally deal with, you know, that kind of issue, right? That you do with just regular air being pumped into your tires, you know. But this is the thing. My recommendation is that like there's some, like, personally, there's some nice chain tire shops around like the US. I use one of them anytime I get new tires, because what they do is most tire shops that are chained, you can find throughout the US. And we do a little bit of traveling from time to time in our vehicles, going to see family, stuff like that. And you know, whenever you buy new tires, you can get warranties that are very cheap. And what it does is it protects you from any kind of damage that isn't like personally inflicted, like from a road hazard or something like that. If a tire gets damaged to where it's unrepairable, they'll automatically, if they can't fix it, they'll give you a new one. If you have that warranty purchase at the same time you bought those tires, right? Same thing. If you get like a nail or a screw or something in your tire, any kind of debris, you know, you can just go in there and be like, yo, I got my tires from you, got warranties on these bad boys, got you know, I've got a piece of debris, a nail or whatever, and they'll be like, all right, cool, we'll take care of it. You know, a lot of these chain tire shops and I know it's specifically in the US, are really good about that kind of stuff. And they give you free rotation, balancing, all that stuff every so many miles, right? So normally you're not going to have to deal with a lot of flux anyways. And I guess what I'm kind of getting at is like, is the nitrogen nice? Yeah, but usually you're going to have to pay for it also. And I don't know about circumstances as far as like maybe racing and stuff. I don't know about the differences there. You know what I mean? I don't know what like the differences would be for maybe like racing performance, differences in oxygen and like nitrogen. I'm not sure about that front. But as far as everyday use, you know, really going for something like nitrogen and what you might have to pay for it. And I don't know. I haven't used nitrogen in my vehicle tires for a long time, dude. I had a place that would basically just hook you up with it back in the day. And I was like, okay, cool, yeah. Because I was aware of the differences. I knew what, and it wasn't a big deal, you know. It didn't cost me anymore. They would just hook you up, and I was like, yeah, all right, that's cool. But I don't think it's worth paying for necessarily if that's what you were going to have to do, because quite often, if you're taking care of your tires like you should be, you're having to go in every so often to get, you know, probably about every 5,000 miles, you're supposed to be getting rotated tires, balancing, all that stuff. They should be checking your tire pressure at that time. Same thing for oil changes. If you're going in and getting regular oil changes, you know, wherever you get your oil changes at, if you're not doing them yourself, they should be checking your tire pressure at that time. And if they're low, they should be filling them. So really, it's I think for most people's situation, it's not something necessary. You know what I mean? Especially if you're going to have to be paying for nitrogen. If that makes sense. Hopefully that gives you my own personal kind of perception. But again, I don't know when it comes to like any kind of performance based situation. I'm not sure. Yeah. Not positive. It's a good question though. I'm definitely not the most knowledgeable person on that topic. I just can give you what I know, which was what I laid out there, dude. So let's get into this. Just gotta know where the deals are. That's right, Florida. Yeah, I mean, that's what we try to do here, baby. Get people the deals. Voice reporting in Fortnite is happening, apparently. We'll take a look at that. What is this? Oh no, dude, I don't think I want this site. NFT bullcrap, dude. Get wrecked. Dude, I'm not promoting that. Get wrecked. I don't care. Hold on, dude. Did I not set my time frame? Crappers. All right, let's do this. Yeah, again, I don't think I don't even have my flip in here. Let's get into the news. I didn't even change my scene. I don't think that like the price you might have to pay for it, and I have no idea what the pricing would be on it anymore. It's probably worth it for most people's situations, to be honest, or something like that. Last of Us Part 2 is coming to PS5. Hopefully, it's a better release than The Last of Us Part 1 on PC. Because Naughty Dog botched that one pretty bad. I haven't really. I mean, dude, there's just stuff all over the place about Google trying to circumvent ad blocker stuff on YouTube all the way around. You know what I mean? But no, I haven't seen much about it. I don't know. We'll read about it. Florida. Yeah, we'll read about it. I don't know if it's just going to be a port or if it's going to be some kind of like remaster situation. I seriously doubt it would be a remake. So I'm guessing it's going to be more along the lines of just a port, you know, but we'll read about it, friendo. Yeah, that would be my guess right now, but we'll find out very soon. Yeah, Ferret. So they're completely trying to get rid of uBlock off of Chrome, huh? As an extension. I had kind of seen something here recently where in 2024, there are a lot of people going, well, going to be a lot more people moving over to Firefox. And I guess that's what that was about. I mean, dude, I've used Firefox for a long time anyways. You know, that's kind of been my go-to. But I am interested in Opera, you know. Oh, they have a blog about it on Reddit. That doesn't surprise me. Yeah. I mean, so I mean, to be fair, dude, how much does it like watching? I get it. Like, I think there's different ways to look at this, you know. YouTube is a free platform, right? Where you can go for a plethora of videos, whether it be for education, entertainment, whatever. One second. Sorry. I know, you know, it never I think for the majority of us, we just look at it from a user perspective, right? And the user perspective being, God, we're riddled with ads all the time. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. And that's kind of what I was getting ready to get at. Like it's so off-putting, dude, to be slapped in the face. Dude, and Twitch does the same thing, by the way, which is really gross. I actually hate it. Twitch will do the same thing to people that aren't sub. And here's the thing. I tell people all the time, like for our community here and my channel and everything, dude, I have ads turned off to the greatest extent possible that I can. If people don't understand the way that Twitch works, you have an amount of power over how many ads run in your channel. And people can actually make ads run as well. I'm not a fan of it. I want as many people to be able to hang out here, enjoy the content, and not be not have the content be like interrupted with ads and stuff like that as possible. So I have as much of it turned off as I can. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. I mean, on the same front, yeah, I get that too. For me, I mean, the thing is, whenever you play those ads, you're making everybody watch them. And as far as I'm concerned, there are a lot of people that have been supporting this. A number of people have been supporting this as a subscription-based thing for a while, and I don't want to make people watch ads that support me and this community in that fashion. I don't want to make people watch. That's why I make my montages. I'd rather people watch some of the fun stuff that happens around here and try and spread some of that knowledge about what we do here and how much fun we have here and stuff like that, rather than make people watch ads and me maybe gain a couple dollars a month or something. You know what I mean? To me, that's more important. It's more important to me. And maybe as you get bigger as a streamer, you know, obviously the more people that are watching, the more, playing an ad every once in a while or whatever, an ad break during a short break can be beneficial, more beneficial the more viewers you have or whatever. I get that. So maybe that mindset for me would change, but right now that's the way I see it. I would much rather everybody that's part of what we do, whether you're you support this community and channel in a monetary fashion or not, I would just rather anybody that hangs out here, if I'm taking a break, I'd rather you be able to enjoy getting a taste of some random clips and highlights of what we're about, rather than watch some stupid ads, you know? I understand why ads need to be a thing, right? Don't get me wrong. The whole YouTube thing, it's a great platform. It's so good. Allows the non-subs to not get random ads playing during their gameplay. It depends. Sometimes. Depends on how long they go between an ad break, though. Right? And it depends on how they have their settings done as well. Because again, it depends on how you have your settings set up for your channel also. Because you can affect that to a certain extent as a content creator, as a channel owner. You have access to that. Does 1 an hour? See, I have mine turned off. I don't want people to have to deal with it. So I guess to each their own. But, and again, maybe as you get bigger, I could see people maybe making more of a play towards, you know, trying to play ads a little more often, you know, because it can be a little more lucrative. And there are also going to be people that are on contracts. There are also going to be people that are on contracts with, there's a lot of ins and outs about it, right? There are going to be people that are on contracts with Twitch that say you have to run an ad, that you have to have your settings set to this, you have to run ads this often, things like that. There's going to be a lot of that kind of stuff too. So it just depends. For me right now, I don't want to make people sit through it. I'd rather people just enjoy our content. But I understand, again, this is Amazon owned. And being Amazon owned means ads, you know, and YouTube being, you know, it's basically everything's monetized. You know, they make money through ad space. So I get it. But I'm not a fan of the breaking up and turning off the content that you're watching to throw ads in your face. That you're not wrong, Florida. You're not wrong. Dude, yeah, you're not wrong. There's no need to JK that one, dude. You're not wrong. Yeah. So, I get the side of it. I think it just needs to be any platform that does this kind of stuff. Video, whether it be live streaming, whether it be, you know, and YouTube has both live streaming, it has VODs, it has, you know, all that stuff, right? And it's like, no matter what the content is, I'm not a fan. I'm really not a fan of interrupting the content to play ads. That's really, really off-putting to me. It pisses me off. I don't like it, man. Yeah, I agree, Ferret. I am actually, what I've started seeing Amazon do from time to time is just like have like a small like pop-up ad come up or something and it'll go away, and it's like, okay, it doesn't really take over the entire content, you know. Like an ad will just pop up for like a product on Amazon or something, and I'm like, okay, that's okay. That's not a big deal. And it's just like a slim part of the side of the screen or something. And I was like, whatever, you know, as long as that's not popping up all the time or whatever, and just being a super big distraction, whatever. I'd rather that than an entire commercial come up for like 20 to 30 seconds over my content, you know. Every content creator is going to feel a bit different. I'm more about, you guys know, man, I'm a person of the people. I want everybody here to be able to enjoy the content as much as possible, which is why I have our ads turned off to the greatest extent possible, you know. But my feelings could always change depending on our situation and, you know, things like that. It just depends. But I do, I mean, when it comes to ad blockers, this has always been an area of contention, right? For websites as a whole. Because websites greatly, to a great extent, have always made money off of selling ad space, right? It's been that way forever, ever. And whether you're talking about like news articles, you want to talk about, you know, because you can go, I mean, we see it sometimes when we pull up news articles in here, it'll say, please turn off your ad blocker. And I'm like, no, thank you. And the reason they want you to do it is because you're blocking their ad space, right? Which they make money off of ad space. And Google sees this as the same thing. Google owns YouTube. They monetize their platform through selling ad space and marketing that way, and so I see where they're coming from to an extent. Anti-blocker blockers. Oh my god, dude, really? Yeah. So look, man, I've never been a fan of Chrome. The only time I've ever used Chrome, I have it installed usually on some of my devices as a backup, but it gets used almost never. It's just on the rare occasion where maybe there's something I need to get to or do that isn't functioning properly on another browser, and it'll work on Chrome. And I'm like, okay, that's it. I've never really been a proponent of Chrome. I've never been a fan of using a big Google product like that, you know? And so I don't. And so the people, I think this is maybe a show for for some people that they should try out some other browsers or something. I don't know, man. Oh, okay. Okay. Interesting. Well, now I'm intrigued, bro. I'm intrigued. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, yeah. Hit me up, dude. Hit me up. We'll keep going here. Again, it's I think my overall the way I address that entire situation is like it's not that I don't understand the business side of it. I think there needs to be an amount of respect as far as um how it's implemented, you know. But we know the way businesses go. Oh God, Embracer CEO flat out refuses to talk about the Knights of the Old Republic remake now. Anything I say to this becomes a headline. Yeah, bro, because you guys have botched this so far, apparently. Yo, by the way, weirdly enough, there was so yesterday before we ended our stream, Pinky was telling me he saw Half-Life for free on Steam. And then I looked yesterday, it even came up in our Discord channel as free. It's not free for me. Came up in the Discord channel saying that Half-Life is supposed to be free until the 20th of November. Is anybody else able to get this for free? Because I literally have not seen it for free yet on my platform. But it came up from our bot. Pinky was talking about it yesterday too, and I've even updated my Steam platform and everything. Not there. Ah, interesting. Okay. Weird, man. That's weird. Okay. Thanks, buddy. Just want to see if anybody else had gotten that. Let's see this real quick. Mm. Yeah, I got you, Ferret. I got you. Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah, that's a different reason too for using different like browsers and stuff as well, though, right? Because there'll be certain extensions and add-ons and everything that are like viable on certain browsers, but not other browsers and things like that. Yeah, that's true. That's a true thing too. Mm-hmm. Yep. 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 Okay. Cool. Thanks, Ferret. Appreciate it, buddy. Um, Best Star Wars game ever made, free for Black Friday. Here's how you can claim Knights of the Old Republic. That's great, dude. This is such a banger. Dude, I'll stand by that too. One of the greatest flippin' RPGs ever. I'm not saying just best Star Wars games, dude. Knights of the Old Republic is an amazing flippin' RPG. This game was industry defining, dude. It's so good. Everybody should play this game. And it's gonna be free, so there's no reason not to. Yeah, yeah, no doubt, dude. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the next free titles hit yesterday for Epic, which is Earthlock and Surviving the Aftermath. You can get those games for free right now on Epic. It's a no-brainer. Get your free games. And Deliver Us Mars will be free next week starting on the 23rd, okay? But look, man, I say this all the time. I'll keep saying it too. Even if you're not a PC gamer right now, doesn't mean you can't grab these games and start a PC gaming library, all right? Here's the deal also. About a month and a half from now, actually, not even that long, about 5 weeks from now, they're probably going to start their, a month to 5 weeks from now, they're going to start their holiday giveaway stuff. They give away bangers every year during that time. It's right around the holiday time in December. And mid-December through the end of December, it's about a week and a half to 2 week period. Epic Games gives away a free game every single day. They usually give away 1 to 2 free games for a 1 week period, like they do, like I'm showing you right now. Next month, they give away some and look, they give away notable games all the time. But this holiday period, every single year, they give away very, very notable banger AAA games, man. And they give, the thing is, you have to log in every day because they'll give away a game every day. But you have to grab it every day because it gets replaced by a new one the next day. And they're free. All you have to do is create an account on Epic. You can go to their website. You can download their app. It doesn't matter. You just get on their site, create an account, and just start grabbing their free games. Even if you're not a PC gamer right now, if you're a gamer at all, there's the potential for you to become a PC gamer at some point in the future. And if you've already been grabbing a bunch of free titles, if you're already accumulating a library of very notable, very good games, then if you do become a PC gamer at some point, you'll already have a bunch of games to play. It's literally a no-brainer. It's a very smart thing to do. This is one of the great things about PC gaming, one of the many, in my opinion, in modern gaming, is that you can get your hands on a lot of free software. So even if you're not a PC gamer right now, there's the potential for you in the future. And you should just be going and grabbing these games in case you become a PC gamer in the future. It just makes sense, man. Just do it. We're going to have a lot of giveaways coming up, man. You need to be grabbing these. But I already have no brains. Dog, you're talking to the master of no brains. Felt like your statement came straight out of my mouth, dude. Redfall's latest update adds new weapon and boosts performance that nobody will ever see. Look, man, I'm sorry. I feel like I don't know why they're like even. I think they missed. I don't think there's much they can do here to bring people back in. I know why they are. Because this is, a big title for them on their subscription service. It was supposed to be, right? Yeah, I mean, I think this is what I was trying to get at though, Ferret. I was getting ready to bring that up. We've seen articles where they're going, this game will be great. This game will be a great game. People will play this game. We'll see. It's not easy, dude. It's not easy to take something that is basically a hot piece of garbage and turn it into something that you're going to be able to convince people to come back to and give another shot. That's why I'm saying I think they missed the mark already. It's a very, very rare thing in the gaming industry that you can release a game. It can be a bag of crap, and you can convince enough people to come back in and play it again. It happens. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but it's a rarity, right? And here's the thing. I'm not saying they can't get that done, but there's going to come a point I honestly, this is where I think a lot of times those games that have more potential in being revamped and bringing people back in to give it another shot are games that have some kind of notable long running name to stand on that give people a reason to come back and give it another shot. Something like Final Fantasy, or something to that effect. And really, Redfall has nothing. So it's just sitting there. There's never been a Redfall game before. It's yeah, kudos for trying to fix very subpar content. You know, we'll see if it works. I think that their play here is that they've already got a game out that they can continue to try to work on and make better as maybe something that can pull in more people to their subscription service. But I don't really see it. I'm not seeing this be a big play for them. And I'm wondering how long they keep trying before they finally go, yeah, this isn't worth the amount of resources we're pushing into it. I personally don't see it. I just don't. I feel like they as many people as they were trying to like hype up about this title in the first place and the significant letdown that it was on release, it's going to be a really tough thing to get people to come back in and try this game. Just don't really see it, man. I think one of the things that makes that tough too is that there are new games. We talk about this a lot. How many new games are releasing all the time, right? So I think that's why it's so important that developers do the best they can on release with their games. Because if you're missing the mark, your potential to bring people back in, the longer it goes, the longer it takes you to try and change that game into something respectable and decent. I think the longer it takes, the slimmer of a chance you have to bring people in. I think that's the way that works because there's just always more, new, better. You know that people are always trying to get their hands on, play new games coming out, so trying to go back and go, oh man, I should try Redfall. I don't see a whole lot of people having that mindset, if that makes sense. That's just me though. So we'll see what happens. Felt really bad with this game coming out from Arcane, though. I'll say that. Felt pretty bad. And it felt really bad with them like hyping this up so much too for it to be so pretty terrible. Kind of called it though. Game didn't look good. What? I'm so excited about this. Dragon's Dogma 2 to get brand new gameplay in November showcase. Fortnite fans in uproar over age-restricted skin changes? Wait, what? Oh no, dude. These little 12 and 13-year-olds are going to throw a fit cuz they can't see the skin anymore, dude, on their pixel characters. Yo, I've actually got an article going up talking about this. Rockstar's actually been vocal. Today I should have that article up on YouTube. But Rockstar's been vocal about how they feel that the more gameplay that people get out of a game, they should be paying for that. So expect to pay to play that game. I think on a lot of different levels. I think you're going to have to pay for the campaign. I think you're going to have to pay for a subscription to play online. I think you're going to have to, there's going to be a ton of monetization in it. I think that there's going to be like subscription tiers for the online stuff. There's going to be a ton of monetization in that game. And I think it's going to be very expensive out the gate, too. So we'll see. Yeah, Half-Life was free on Steam for an hour. Okay, there we go. We've got that up. Yeah, that monetization, don't we love it? Dude, don't we love it? Oh, baby. One of the best Xbox 360 games is only $3. Oh, no, $3.50? Oh, yeah. Yo, Vault brought this to my attention yesterday. So we covered this yesterday. I'm not going to cover it today, but if you're not aware, if you sign up for a 6-month subscription of GeForce Now, you get a free 3 months of Game Pass Ultimate along with it. It's a bundle deal. So look into it if you're interested. We covered it yesterday. I'm not going to cover it again today, but just know that that's the case, okay? Shout out to our buddy Vault, man. Yeah, we knew this was coming. Talked about it. Huge PS Store Black Friday sale live now. Meow. Ooh, excuse me. I'm gonna have a yawny kind of day, you know. It feels. I didn't sleep real well last night. Sucks. Not normal for me. Hogwarts Legacy fans call it 0 Game Award nominations an injustice. I love it. I'm so glad. That's true, dude. Look, I'm sorry, but I think this game was good content wise, but I cannot help the fact that it pissed me off so bad. I spent money on this game on release for how terrible it played on PC. So as far as I'm concerned, it can get wrecked in the Game Awards, and it is getting wrecked. Here's the thing that's different though. Look, this is why this is what's so weird about this year. Let me just talk about this for a second. We've talked about this a little bit, and I'll bring this up again. In basically any other year, it would have been up for a lot of awards. But this is a weird year. There have been a lot of amazing, fantastic, mind blowing games that have come out this year. It's incredible the amount of over 90 rated Metacritic games we've had. That's not including like high 80s, mid to high 80s, dude. It's been an absolutely mind blowing year for game releases. Something we haven't seen in probably a couple decades, maybe. It's actually just really cool to see, man. To experience what this year has been is phenomenal. You know, if you're a gaming enthusiast, you've got to respect and just try and this will be a year that is forever remembered. We probably won't have another one like this for a long time, more than likely. It's really nuts. So I think the thing that it does suck in a way for a lot of developers, because there have been bangers out there that are getting significantly overlooked because there have just been better games that in any other normal, quote unquote, normal year that we would have in the gaming industry, they would have won a lot of awards. But they're not, because this year is so absolutely polluted with amazing releases. It's really wild. And I think that Hogwarts Legacy is suffering from that. You know? It's not on the same level as Tears of the Kingdom. It's not on the same level as Baldur's Gate 3. You know, it's there are a lot. It's not on the same level as Alan Wake 2. It's not. It's amazing. It was a really really good game. It had a lot of performance issues on PC, dude, for sure. It was ported to PC. It shouldn't have never been released on PC at the same time it released on console. I will stand by that. It was balls on PC. But for the content it had and for a first title from this developer, I think they did a bang up job. And I think in any other year, it probably would have been nominated, if not won a number of awards. You know? Yo, Reject, what's up? How you doing, buddy? What is going on, dog? I think it's just suffering from this kind of phenomenon of us having this incredibly wild, majestic year of gnarly game releases, dude. It's kind of nuts. So these people can be pissed off if they want, but Hogwarts Legacy isn't as good as those other games I listed. It's not. It's just not. There, you know what it is? It's going to be like there are going to be these people. The people that are saying this are, I think, going to be a bit blind. The people that are like, Hogwarts Legacy didn't get nominated at all. I'm so mad. They're like, we talk about like people that get blinded by certain biases or whatever because they're just big Harry Potter fans, you know, or something like that. That's probably mostly those people. Yeah. But they're not looking critically at why it's not being nominated over these other titles. Yeah. For a first release, this was a good game for Avalanche Software. They missed stuff too. They missed a lot of stuff too. Sorry. But there were a lot of details that were missed. There's things like that. I mean, was it an experience for a lot of people that they enjoyed? Yeah. In any other year, it probably would have won some awards and been nominated for a good number. This isn't the year for it, man. Fan bias, exactly, dude. Yeah. Reject, how you been, dude? What's going on? We've talked about this. Persona is apparently going to receive 2 new game releases next year, so we'll keep our eyes open for that. Let's look at our other search. Man. I'm a therapist. Me too. Ask Gabs. Gabs was here yesterday, dude. I hadn't seen Gabs in a while. And she is so smitten right now with this little flame of hers, dude. It's so cute. It was good to see Gabs. We hadn't seen Gabs in a little while. It's the flipping cutest thing, dude. Target Black Friday deals revealed. I'll take a quick peek, see if there's any gaming stuff in there for us. Yo, I'll expand on this. This says the modern Star Wars era doesn't need more movies. I will agree with that. But more video games. I would say more good Star Wars video games. Because we all know that's one of those IPs that people will buy a license for, or companies will buy a license for. They'll push it out. It won't be great, and people buy it because it says Star Wars. Developers know that they can do that kind of thing, and it's gross, and I hate it. Bro. If only, dude. If only, Ferret. God dang, dude. Yeah. If only, bro. No. I mean, that sentiment can be pushed onto so many of the older devs, you know? God. Bring back the old Blizzard, dog. Bring back the old Blizzard, bro. You know? God, please. That will forever hurt me. Forever, ever. Forever, ever? Oh. This, my son needs to see this. Trunks is his favorite, so I gotta save that for my son. Yeah, I know, fair. That's what I was thinking too, bro. Yeah, dude. Xbox's Black Friday digital sale is live as well. We'll put that back there with the PlayStation Store sale. Baldur's Gate 3 patches completely broken the game. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Yeah, that's bad to hear. So, by the way, I mean, I had a lot of issues when I first started playing this game as well. And if you go look around online, there are a lot of people that have issues with this game crashing. There are a lot of people that don't, but there are a lot of people that do. And that's one of the things I was talking about yesterday. We had our buddy Tinwin came in. Shout out to Tinwin, by the way. 27-month resub yesterday, longest subscriber in the channel. Homie has literally hit the sub button, dude, the day we became affiliated and has not missed a beat, dude. So big shout out to Tinwin, incredible part of our community, always has been, and is always bringing new stuff to our attention for the industry, and you know, just a huge part of our community and stuff. But the he came in yesterday and was asking me my thoughts on the game at this point, since I've had a good chunk of time in the game. And that's one of the things I was saying that I feel like is a negative in the game so far. I had a lot of crashing. I don't know. Fair. And I'll tell you what fixed mine. I had to look online and find a way to fix mine, and I'll tell you what has given me a fix so far. But basically, it was I had to go in. I tried a few different things around the same time that seemed to resolve it for the most part. The thing that sucked is, I was not the only one. When this game crashes, it's not just crashing the software, it's crashing like big main drivers for my PC as well. And a lot of other people online were noting the same thing. The game will crash and it'll take your PC with it. So this game would crash, and dude, it would destroy my GPU driver. So I would lose my monitors. I couldn't see anything, couldn't do anything. I would have to I'd have to reset the PC every time the game crashed. And a lot of other people were noting the same thing happening online. And it's like, dude, that feels really bad. It never feels good when a game crashes anyways. But dude, if it crashes to the point of where it's taking like big drivers and stuff like that with it, that sucks. And dude, I have like all my drivers updated, all that stuff, you know, and people online were saying the same thing. What I found that fixed it for me, and I'll talk about it again when we pull this article up and discuss it in depth, was I found somebody online that was saying, this is what fixed it for me. You should try this out. So I did this. I went into my file system. I actually got the executable and made it run as administrator every time, right? In the compatibility settings. So it runs as administrator for me every time. I also basically go into the cache file of the game every single day before I play it, and I clear it out. I delete all the cache files for the game before I play it every single day. It does feel bad to have to make a game run as admin. It's not a huge deal, but you know, what's funny on that note too is I had made the game run as admin for a few days and everything was fine, and then all of a sudden I started getting these crashing errors every time I would try to launch the game out of the launcher, right? And it was like, what's going on? And then I found out after that I needed to also run the launcher as an administrator as well because there was a sync issue with only the executable running an admin and not the launcher running an admin as well. So that kind of threw a wrench in things. So I found that out, fixed that. So if you're going to need to run the executable for the game in admin, run your launcher as an admin as well, okay? I didn't have any issues for a few days until all of a sudden I did, but know that that's something you might need to do. If you're going to run one in admin, run both in admin just to save yourself a little bit of guff probably on the back end. But going into your files of the game and clearing out the app or the cache, I do that every single day, and I haven't really had any crashes since. But one of the other things I did, man, I just went in like, dude, I'm playing this game at like 30 frames. I pulled a lot of the visual settings down, just trying to do anything I could to alleviate concerns about what might be causing crashes. And after I did all that stuff, I haven't really had any issues since. So I haven't messed with it anymore. Later on, I might pull some video settings back up. I don't know, maybe we'll do it today and just see what happens. I really don't want my flipping rig to crash again though, because I have to restart the entire stream. It's such a pain in the butt, you know? Because if the game crashes, it just wrecks so much other stuff with it. You know, it's horrible to deal with. But we'll see. We'll test it out a little bit. So like I dropped my frames all the way down to 30, dude. I'm doing like low settings on everything visually, you know, and obviously my PC can handle way above that. So I think that was one of my things I was talking to Timwin about yesterday was I think that they've got their hands full a little bit with needing to try and find ways to make the game more stable, you know? Yeah. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, that'd be great. Appreciate it. So we'll talk about this a little bit, see what's going on with this latest patch and how it might have been breaking some stuff. It looks like a lot of what they're talking about is PS5, though. So we'll see what's happening there. My son's going to come say hi.
Hello.
All right, go. Get out of here, you
Hello.
weirdo. What a dork. Like that bedhead. he like opened the door. That's why I muted for a second. He like opened the door and stuck his head in. The trunk segment, I'll hang on to it and show it to him later. Yeah, I'm not gonna read that whole thing here for the news segment. It's a pretty specific thing. But Trunks is his favorite Dragon Ball character, and he loves Dragon Ball video games, man. So that's a good one for him. Yeah. So I usually do that. If I find pertinent things in the news segments for like either one of my kids, I'll hold on to it and then I'll like show the kids later, like after the stream and stuff. You know, I try to do that for the kids. He's making breakfast. He was like, "Do you want a single egg sandwich or do you want a double egg sandwich?" And I was like, "I want 2 egg sandwiches." And he started laughing. He was like, "Okay." Favorite Goku? I'm a Vegeta fan, dude. Which is so funny because I didn't even know until here recently that my son was like a huge Trunks fan. And Trunks is Vegeta's son, right? So I've been a Vegeta fan forever, dude. I love Vegeta. And it's just funny that it worked out that way. So like I love Vegeta. That pink Badman shirt, yeah, that would be dope, dude. That would be dope. I've never thought about that. That would be sick, dude. Yeah, I should grab that. Yeah, maybe I'd put it on my wish list for Christmas, dude. See if somebody snags it for me. That's actually a really good idea, dude. I need to see if that's on Amazon, bro. That'd be dope. Yeah, yeah, that's a good idea, dude. Yeah. All right, let's see what else we got here. Yeah, Dragon's Dogma 2, baby. Oh god, I'm so stoked. Boop. PlayStation Portal scalping begins as Sony tells players it's sold out. God, I can't believe that people are buying this flipping thing, dude. Jesus. Oh, bro, they totally have it. They totally have it on Amazon, dog. Oh, that's sick. I kind of just like want like the I would like to have it as like a polo. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, I think I might be able to get that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's sick, bro. Fan bias again. Yeah. I don't know, man. I think it's a lot of that. I think it's ignorance is what it is. I think it's ignorance on the part of a lot of people that are only on the PlayStation platform of what they're actually buying into because it's nothing really. You know? It's such an underwhelming device, really, in the grand scheme of things, where your money could be so much better spent. But everybody's got their own view of things. Everybody's got their own different kind of budget on what is worth and not worth and things like that. Yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I just looked it up, dog. Yeah, I just looked it up. That's what I was saying. They do have it. Yeah, I just looked all that stuff up. Yeah, yeah. They've got a bunch of different ones, but why do they not show the front of this one, dude? What is that? I want to see the front of this. They don't even show the front of this one. I'll figure it out. I'll find the one I want. Yeah, yeah. That's a cool shirt, dude. That's a really good idea, dude. I hadn't thought about that. That's a good idea, dude. Thanks. Got all that up. Annapurna has purchased the South African video game studio 24-bit Games, huh? Dude, I don't have a lot of hope for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, dude, to be honest. Bro, she won't even dress up for Halloween, dude. It's not her jam. She doesn't really dig it. She doesn't do the dress up thing, bro. You know? Whereas I'm like cool with it, you know? That's why I love Halloween and everything, you know. But the wife's not about it. So yeah, as fun as that would be, I know there's no way. Yeah. So this gameplay trailer, we hit on this yesterday. Gameplay trailer's like 20 minutes long, I think. We'll talk about it again today. Why not? Right, right. Yeah, yeah. Yep. This is what's stupid. Comicbook.com says the PlayStation Portal review remote play at a worthwhile premium. Dude, if they just had remote play fleshed out as a platform, as a capability for their platform as a whole, people would be able to use remote play on a plethora of devices they already had. But we all know that PlayStation doesn't want to do that for their consumers because that doesn't make them money like their own device would, right? That's disgusting, dude. So, comic book, get wrecked, man. Stupid. All right, let's dive in here, man. I kill the music. Man, what? All right, hold on, guys. I'm gonna lose my flipping mind today if this music server keeps doing this crap. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right. All right. Well, that's what I'm saying, though. The remote play option with the PS app apparently isn't very good. That's what I'm talking about. Instead of focusing on fleshing out their remote play capability to their consumers and the people that have already bought into their platform. See, I've talked to other people about it. I've read a little bit about it too, and it doesn't seem like a very good piece of technology. It doesn't seem like it works very well. It takes a lot of having to do network configuration stuff, which most people don't know what they're doing. Let's be fair. Most people don't know how to even access their router to start working on network configuration, settings and stuff like that. It's from everything that I can understand, it is nowhere near something as seamless as what Steam has with the Steam Link, right? And in my opinion, any platform in the modern times of gaming should be giving their consumers this kind of capability as a nice quality of life option. I don't care if it's, obviously Nintendo, it's very easy for Nintendo because they've got a dual role handheld / traditional console option. So as long as you have a dock in different locations, it's fairly easy, right? Right. We kind of talked about this, yeah. Right. But I've looked into it too, and it doesn't seem great. It doesn't seem great. And again, it doesn't seem nearly as seamless as something as what Steam's been bringing to the table for their community of gamers, whom, by the way, don't even have to buy into anything for that platform, right? And you don't even have to buy hardware for the Steam Link anymore. It's just an application, right? But Xbox, as far as I'm concerned, Xbox and PlayStation should absolutely be having a very fleshed out remote play capability for local area networked devices as a quality of life option for their consumers. But instead of focusing on fleshing those capabilities out and making it very seamless for their consumers, they would rather develop their own devices that work so that people buy into those devices, because it's not easy to get their stuff to work really well on any of your other devices, right? It's a ploy, man. It's a ploy. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be able to take that any other way. There's no reason why you should be releasing devices that make it easier to get remote access, remote play done before the entire platform itself is fleshed out for your consumers in the first place. Other than the fact you're trying to run a business strategy of getting people to buy more hardware off of you to get it to work. I'm just sorry. Yeah. I don't know, man. We'll have to look into it probably, but it's and again, I think a lot of it comes down, yeah. Well, yeah, I agree. Yeah, Ferret. I doubt it. I doubt it does. This is my thing. I doubt it does. I bet it works very seamlessly. I bet it works very well. And that's going to be their play. Well, yeah, we have remote play. But if you want it to work well, you're going to need to buy our hardware. You know what I mean? Like, you'll need a PlayStation Portal. Yeah, you're good, dude. You're good. And I mean, that's the scummiest part about all of it, is that that's the way, PlayStation will run this kind of thing, and it's obviously done on purpose. It's gross. I hate it. This is just another iteration, an example of why console has gotten so disgusting to me, man. It's so obvious. It really is. I'm so over it. Let's dive in here. Annapurna buys South African video game studio 24-bit games. Brother, stop this crap. Annapurna, the entertainment studio founded in 2011 by Megan Ellison, just acquired one of South Africa's top gaming companies. The acquisition of 24-bit games will allow the Johannesburg-based company to grow its development team and its technology as it continues its business under Annapurna umbrella. 24-bit games' portfolio includes projects that range from porting to development to co-development to tool production for independent and AAA studios across platforms such as mobile, PC, VR, and consoles. Company's client list includes a slew of publishers, developers, media companies, and tech platforms. This marks the first company acquired by Annapurna, even if they are no stranger to the realm of video games. Recent releases include Thirsty Suitors and the likes of Stray, Cocoon, Outer Wilds, and Neon White, among others. Annapurna recently announced plans to turn Strays, a best-selling and acclaimed open-world video game about a stray cat, into an animated feature film. Yeah, that would be no S there, though. Stray. So, yeah, Annapurna has really been taken off here lately, as you can tell from a lot of these are all notable. Thirsty Suitors is doing well. It review-wise, it's been promoted for a while. It just released, like a week ago, I think. Maybe a little bit more than that. We looked at the reviews yesterday. It's doing well. Stray open world. Yeah, it was like semi-open. It wasn't. It was more linear, I would say. But yeah, it was more linear. It had like areas that were semi-open, but that's generous, I would say. Yeah, that's a good pull out there, Pinky. Yeah. What's up, buddy? How you doing, dude? Did you get some sleep last night? No, that's what I thought. Well, levels, yeah, but I mean, okay. Well, levels is a vague term. Ping him again on Discord at 2 a.m.? No, should have though. I mean, there were areas that were semi-open where there was a lot of, being able to parkour around, look for kind of secrets, hidden areas, stuff like that. So it definitely wasn't an open world game. It was like semi-open esque for where you could go and look around and stuff. It wasn't totally constrained, but it wasn't open world. I would agree with that. And yeah, it was area based. It was level based and stuff. You know, you move from one section to the next, section based kind of semi open area, not open world, not by any means. But Thirsty Suitors is doing okay. I don't know about retail wise, but Stray did amazing. Cocoon is supposed to be very good. Outer Wilds, obviously, very notable. Neon White, Pinky, has been our resident Neon White aficionado there and has said Neon White is absolutely amazing. Yeah, especially for like speedrunners and stuff, you know. So they're doing well, and we'll see what happens with this 24-bit games acquisition here. Oh, Jesus. I mean, look, dude, I could be wrong here, but yeah, very cool. Yeah, yeah, that was kind of the notion I was getting out of you for that. Yeah, I wanted to play it too. I remember when we first saw the trailer, I was like, "Oh, that looks pretty dope, dude." And then you scooped it up like pretty quick. Um, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is apparently finally going to release. Is if this holds true after it was supposed to release 2 years ago. It's been delayed a number of times, which is, in my opinion, a kind of a red flag. Numerous delays, significant time frame delays. Some of the other stuff that I was already worried about in the first place after this game was supposed to release in the first place was we saw a lot of still shots about how heavily ingrained monetization is in this game. So it looks like a huge cash grab. The other thing that's weird to me is they made this game, it's like a third-person shooter, action shooting game, right? Loot and shooter. But they gave like all these characters like vertical movement abilities, which is odd and not really within their lore and feels to me kind of weird. There's only one of them that traditionally had any kind of vertical movement stuff, which was like rocket packs, I think. The rest of them didn't, but they're like giving them, which, I mean, you know, I'm sure it presents a dynamic for gameplay that it allows for more, you know, to be able to expand and everything for what you're able to do in the game, and so I understand that, but it's weird to see characters like this that it's not part of their lore take on, because I mean, if you've seen the gameplay, Harley Quinn looks like Spider-Man. Harley Quinn's like throwing out these grappling hooks and hooking them onto like nothing in the sky but like these drones or something, and doing these flips around that she looks like Spider-Man. It's really weird. For me, that's just kind of an odd thing to deal with for these characters that haven't traditionally had that kind of like lore background or anything. But Rocksteady relaunched Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League with new footage and intel on the game's release date following a disappointing debut teaser that resulted in a release delay. Yeah. When Rocksteady's new Suicide Squad game was announced as a Games as a Service title, nearly immediate outrage from fans. Expectations were high for the follow-up to Rocksteady's fans' favorite Batman Arkham trilogy, and the announcement of Games as a Service title was simply not what the audience assumed the studio had been working on after years of rumors and secrecy. Yep. After delaying the game's release date and going quiet for several months, a new 20-minute gameplay trailer was published, as well as a trailer revealing that Task Force X's vintage uniforms will be a pre-order bonus for the title. Oh, God. Pre-order bullcrap, dude. Let's take a peek at just a little bit of this. It's like a 20-minute video, dude. I don't want to watch this whole thing.
Where are we going? And who are we killing?
I'm Darius Sadigian, studio director at Rocksteady
I don't
Studios.
give a crap.
Our games. These are not features, but Rocksteady fundamentals. With Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, I mean, we wanted to tell a new story. We wanted to expand the Arkham.
Show us gameplay, dude. Shut up.
this job. They're the only people available.
Hey, Suicide Squad!
I'll link this so you guys can watch the entire thing if you want.
So it gives the narrative and the gameplay a kind of frantic, slightly panicked feeling where they are trying to figure this out as they go. The Arkham games weren't gritty because Rocksteady makes gritty, dark games. They were that way because that's what suits a Batman story.
Every game we approach that with a similar.
Cautious. She ain't wired that way.
Oh, Deadshot.
Hidden in an underground train station, the team finds a secret
To
elevator.
be fair though, I do love the shark, dude. What's his name? Can't remember his flipping name.
Until we figure out where the hell we are, let's play along with Mauler.
Oh, is this a superhero museum? Hate superheroes. And museums.
And the movie was a banger, dude.
I've seen it on TV. It's the Hall of Justice.
So let's rob the place.
Idiot.
I love looting shooters, so I hope it's good. But I have concerns, you know? And delays are obviously needed. Developers need to be comfortable with delaying a game, but when you see numerous delays
Don't touch
and
anything
very,
that's
very
gonna set
long
off an
delays,
alarm.
I think
I
that
ain't
there's
fighting any
room for
supers for you.
concern there, you know?
I have read
And
much
what that
about
means.
the Justice League, and still, they are larger than I expected.
Those holograms aren't actual size, Shark Man.
It's so true to the characters that they're in Hall of Justice, and the first thing they think is, what can we steal?
Hey, man, watch the
Ah, shit!
glass.
I'm okay.
What the hell you got there?
Thought this baby was a myth. Speed Force Gauntlet.
I guess at least it's showing them getting some things that are the reasoning behind why they have some of these abilities and stuff. That's cool. Yep.
Ah, shit! I'm still okay.
There's her vertical stuff.
Baby.
That's smart.
You found the Riddler's hat of invisibility!
Where'd the shark go?
She's jacking with him, huh?
Ooh, nothing says international assassin like a frickin' jetpack.
Shit. I'd break my damn neck.
You're probably right.
Thanks, baby.
Jetpacks seem more like a Deathstroke thing anyway. Mine.
That, hat's not gonna get you vertical, Shark.
I can make my own way up.
Well, tickle me stupid. Sharks can fly.
All right. New toys.
He's just supposed to wear the hat, dude.
Let's get up on that roof and get out.
But wait, where'd you put that hat at, dude? What the crap? Okay, well, that's kind of cool, dude. That alleviates some of my concerns there about the the lore piece of why they have these vertical abilities and stuff. That's cool. I'm glad we got to see that.
Make it into Metropolis alive. We're sending a signal transponder to your location.
So you're essentially
There's no going back.
Outstanding.
When you face off against the most iconic characters in all of superhero-dom in the Justice League, it's by many people's definition an impossible task.
You're searching for Straggler.
The game really opens up.
How great was I
All right, let's see a little bit of this.
Controlling a superhero character is fundamentally it's a power fantasy for all players. We wanted movement through the city to be fun. Just existing and moving around in Metropolis is a good time.
Metropolis is quite a normal city. Well, as normal as a city can be in a DC universe.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, buddy.
We spent a lot of time trying to get that art direction correct, trying to get the feel for it correct. You get to see all the kind of DC lore that builds this space.
Let me do the talking with Penguin, okay?
Not just a building, it's a daily planet. You know, there's a lot we can inject into the city that makes it more than just a city.
Penguin is not truly a penguin.
Yeah, mate. And I'm not a boomerang.
It is known for its size, its scale. Anything from the DC lore, you look at Metropolis as the city of tomorrow.
I mean, the game looks pretty good. Say that.
He was barely in. Money talks, creeps walk, you know?
I hear that.
It's just a great way for players to experience Metropolis in a new way.
Oh, this is gonna be the Penguin. Yep. So the Penguin's apparently like your weapons dealer.
Me?
No. Ain't this a right rogues gallery? Who's the big bleeder? Think his cousin used to work for me.
Ooh, which one?
Busted him out of a circus. We're getting the hell out of the city before Argus finds us. You in?
But we are working for Argus.
You bloody what?
Real slick, Shark.
Good talk. Nice catching up. Give my regards to the locals.
Traversal is at the very core of our game. You will need to be on the move and master each character's movements if you want to succeed. Harley's grapple is made to let her take advantage of the environment to quickly get out of troublesome situations. Or she can use it to quickly close the distance to introduce them to her baseball bat. Swinging from the background lets her circumvent the troopers' shields and flank them. It can also let her catapult herself into the air to shoot the corrupted from above. Now that you've seen some of Harley's combat in this scene, let's explore the rest of the squad's unique playstyles in other encounters. Captain Boomerang uses a mix between sniper rifles, SMGs, and shotguns.
What's cracking?
Each character has an iconic melee attack that can be used to create what we call juggle kills, and also break enemies' shields. Juggling an enemy with a melee attack means they take guaranteed critical hits from all the guns for a short period after.
I like his movement skills, dude.
Shoot
He's
enemies
just
in their
like
legs, and then close the distance to do a shield harvesting strike
super
to get
fast.
some shield back. Let's shift focus to King Shark.
Cause to celebrate!
King Shark is literally death from above, which he gladly shows with his Atlantean drop attack. He's the character that can take the most punishment. Heavy weapons, assault rifles and shotguns, and his trusted cleavers, sickles, and combat knives for some brawling action. For the bigger enemies, each character gets a super powerful single target attack. The Suicide Strike. This one-shots any enemy hit, but it takes longer to recharge, so it's important to use it tactically. Finally, Deadshot.
See, you're low caliber, and I'm high caliber.
His traversal is made to let him create his own vantage points. This works great with his weapon loadout of sniper rifles, assault rifles, and pistols. For more up-close action, Deadshot relies on his iconic wrist cannons. One thing we really wanted to bring into this game was a reimagined version of the Arkham counter system, and mix that with our traversal and shooter gameplay. Introducing Counter Shot. Each enemy has a different reaction to the counter shot. Some will be stunned, some will take damage, some will be interrupted and then get really annoyed. Now let's take a look at Harley absolutely demolish Brainiac's forces with all these tools.
Oh, nice, bro. It'd be hard not to play as Harley, dude. She's just too fun.
Oswald
Cool, man.
Cobblepot. My man. Do we have a job for you? Tell him, Quinn.
You're making guns for us now, Bird Brain.
Thanks for joining us for episode 1
Yeah.
of Suicide.
Well, that alleviated some of my concerns, anyways, about like how weird the lore, like the way that the verticality was for the characters and stuff. I'm glad they showed that, dude. I don't think I was the only one, probably, which is why they showed that off in that video. Again, this is like 19 minutes, and we just caught like bits and pieces of it. There's also the pre-order thing here if you want. Bleh, bleh. The game's fast-paced combat takes prominent place in the clip, which appears to indicate the production team has moved away from making a bullet sponge title. The video also did not focus on any loot, leading enthusiasts to believe the game is no longer a looter shooter. Unclear whether this aspect of the game will be addressed in a future video, although there is a brief mention of a battle pass. Yeah, the video indicates the Suicide Squad intends to destroy the Justice League by breaking into the Hall of Justice's armory and stealing a few important gadgets to even out the playing field, including some of Batman's grappling guns, Dr. Sivana's Speed Force Gauntlet, and more. It looks like the Penguin will appear in this game acting as an arms dealer who lets the player upgrade their equipment and gain additional power. It is the narrative around the game beginning to turn. While some gamers are convinced that the title still has all the trappings of the worst that games as a service has to offer, more optimistic gamers are hopeful that Rocksteady is leaning more into the action RPG genre. It's going to release on February 2nd, supposedly. We've seen enough delays here that there could be another. We'll see what happens. Yeah, it's going to be on all major platforms. PS5, Windows, PC, and Xbox Series X. No Switch. It'll probably hit Nintendo's new platform. Or quite possibly anyways. That comes out next year. So we'll see. If you want more out of this, you want to watch the whole thing. This was a better look at the game. I would agree. I think leads me to believe there's at least some hope here. But dude, yeah, there was a lot of concerns for this game as what they were doing with it being a games as a service title. It was heavily ingrained with monetization, which is always a concern, especially when a game is not like free to play or anything. I think this game was supposed to be coming out as a AAA paid title with a ton of monetization in it in the first place. We'll see what happens moving forward. This was a bit of a better look. It made me a little bit more open-minded about what we might get here, especially with them showing some of the nice stuff about like the lore, specifically regarding why they have the verticality they do in this game and stuff. That's nice. I like that. Baldur's Gate 3 patch has completely broken the game, players say. Unless you've been living under a rock lately, you may have heard of a little title called Baldur's Gate 3. Not familiar. Just kidding. We're playing it right now. Developed by Larian Studios, Baldur's Gate 3 was actually released in 2020 in early access on PC. Long before console gamers got to see what all the fuss was about, PC gamers were causing mayhem, romantically wooing everybody in sight. Excuse me. Alas, Baldur's Gate 3 was released in its full form this year on PC and PS5, with an Xbox Series X and S launch on the way. Soon became a standout competitor for this year's Game of the Year accolade for 2023. A year which has blessed us with some truly great games. Yeah, fair word, dude. Word. I mean, to be fair, it has already taken the Golden Joystick Award for Game of the Year, as well as 7 other awards on top of that from the Golden Joysticks. I think it was 8 total, I think. And in my opinion, the Golden Joystick Awards mean more than the Game Awards at the end of the year. So there's that. But we'll see. That being said, even the best video games will be more than likely require post-launch patches to fix reported issues that may have been unforeseen during development. So, in essence, any post-launch patch should improve the game. Well, unfortunately, that is not always the case. PSA, the latest Baldur's Gate 3 patch completely broke my game on PS5. Announced Redditor Alpha Pot, breaking the bad news on the thread. I would 100% wait if you were thinking of picking it up until there is a fix or Larian acknowledges the issue. AlphaPod explained, quote, the latest patch that dropped essentially made Act 3 of the game unplayable. It isn't just performance issues or texture pop-ins like pre-patch. The entire scripting of the game seems to buckle once you enter this section. Everything just stops. Your party won't follow you. You can't do basic commands or talk to people. NPCs just run into the wall as if you've lost internet connection in an online game. It takes at least 5 to 10 minutes for the game to catch up and let you do things, and this is not an exaggeration. Then it does it all again as soon as you hit a new area. Reloading won't fix this issue either. Come to think of it, I've experienced similar issues this week when playing BG3, in which my companion suddenly refused to follow me. To fix this, I've had to go into my camp, ask the companion to unfollow me, ask them to follow me again. AlphaPod also recommended a YouTube video that might help fix a companion issue to fellow Reddit users. Seems that much of the thread has also experienced similar problems with BG3. Quote, my wife and I are playing separate save files on the same PS5. She's experiencing this issue. I've not. As others have said, the difference is I started Act 3 prior to the latest patch. She did not. I feel bad for her because it's literally unplayable, whereas I'm having no issue at all, exclaimed Delifson. Larian Studios needs to hotfix ASAP. Quote, on my third playthrough, currently in this last patch, has had the most bugs for me. Replied another Redditor. Companions not following, Magic Mirror taking over 30 seconds to close after saving, Voss being stuck in Raphael's room, items sometimes disappearing when dropped on the ground, enemies die and the camera does an ultra zoom on the body as it ragdolls, and others I have forgotten. Yeah, hopefully Larian is aware of these issues, and a patch will be inbound. That doesn't feel good. And obviously, I think they had a lot more time working on the PC version of this game than the PS5. But there have been some issues overall for this game on every platform. They have some work to do on getting this to be a bit more seamlessly, performance-wise, playable for everybody. I've had my own issues on PC. PS5's having their issues. The game's a banger, but you can't experience content if the game doesn't play right. And they need to get a little bit of work done still on the performance of this game. The Last of Us Part 2 is coming to PlayStation 5. The Last of Us Part 2 is coming to PS5 according to a reputable data miner and leaker. Who recently tweeted a fairly vague tweet, and that is at PlayStation Size. Insider Gaming reached out to PlayStation Size privately, who confirmed the tweet refers to The Last of Us Part 2 as a native version being added to the PlayStation database. When speaking with its sources, Insider Gaming was able to independently verify the claim. Unclear when the news will be announced, but with the Game Awards just a few weeks away and to take place on December 8th, might not be long until an announcement is official. It was released in 2020 on PS4, missing a native release on the PS5. The game would later come to the PS5, though, allowing gameplay at 60 frames a second. Last of Us Part 2 received critical acclaim from critics. Yeah. Native version of The Last of Us Part 2 coming to PS5. So I think what they're saying here is basically, the only version you can play on the PS5 right now is the PS4 version, but it was upgraded to allow 60 FPS, right? So what they're talking about is potentially an upgraded version specifically developed for the PS5. It's not necessarily like a remaster or a remake or anything like that. It's just a native PS5 version of the game being released for the platform, right? That's what you should be looking for. Embracer CEO just flat out refuses to talk about the Coder remake now. Anything I say to this becomes a headline. Yeah, because you guys agreed to remake one of the most notoriously iconic RPGs in video gaming history. And apparently you botched it to the front of having to fire a ton of people and put it on indefinite hiatus. So, like, what do you expect? The thing is, who is this? Strauss Zelnick? Is that who the CEO is? of Embracer. Oh, Lars Wingfors. Who's Strauss Zelnick, dude? Who is that? Lars Wingfors. Why did I have that name in my head? The Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake sparked some serious excitement when it was announced back in 2021. KOTOR is a seriously good RPG and a top-tier Star Wars experience, but at 20 years old, it's also very dated. Unfortunately, it has not been smooth sailing since, and at this point, there's legitimate doubt that the remake will ever see the light of day. There was no good news on the status of the game in the most recent Embracer Group financial report. In fact, it was quite the opposite. There was no mention of the game at all in Embracer Group's Q2 press release, and the only sign of it in the full financial report was an acknowledgement that Embracer had previously announced it. That led one brave analyst to ask about the game in the subsequent earnings call, to which CEO Lars Wingfors replied, quote, "I noticed that anything I say to this becomes a headline, so that is my only comment." And that was quite literally his only comment. This isn't the RPG remake you're looking for. You can go about your business, move along. I can only imagine that Wingfors made a small wave of his hand as he spoke, but if he did it clearly, it clearly didn't have the desired effect, because here we are. The reluctant to talk about the KOTOR remake does not give me a good feeling about its future. Agreed. Embracer had previously acknowledged the existence of the project in May as part of its full report for the previous fiscal year, but said nothing about its development status. More worryingly, Sony recently set about scrubbing trailers and references to the game from its YouTube and social media channels. Sony later said that the removal of the KOTOR remake trailer was the result of expiring music licenses, but the only music in the video was a brief bit of the Star Wars theme. Since the remake is a licensed Star Wars product, the whole thing still struck me as very odd. Understandable why Embracer would be having so much trouble getting the remake done, and the reason really sucks the fun out of Wingfors' otherwise humorous response to the KOTOR inquiry. Embracer was riding high and collecting development studios like some people collect stamps until May, when a $2 billion mystery deal fell apart at the last minute. The mystery deal was with the Savvy Games Group which is basically the cover organization for the Saudi Arabian regime, is what it is. Savvy Games Group is just the cover company for what the Saudi Arabian regime is using to invest in the games industry. Since then, Embracer has closed studios and laid off 900 employees in the second quarter alone. During yesterday's investor presentation, he offered a personal thank you to the employees put out of work by the cuts, then whipped out one of the buzzwords we've heard all too often this year, saying, "We are determined to transform Embracer into a leaner, stronger company." Get wrecked, Embracer. So who knows when we'll actually... Yo, Cappy, what's up? How you doing? I was wondering about you yesterday, How you been? Who knows when we'll actually get something on this front, About the KOTOR remake actually coming to fruition for us. It's not looking good. Best Star Wars game ever made is free for Black Friday. Here's how to claim it. And we are talking about the original now Knights of the Old Republic, and it is free on Amazon. All right. Best Black Friday gaming deal won't cost you a penny so long as you've got Amazon Prime account. For a limited time, the online retailer is giving away the legendary Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic for absolutely nothing. $0. From today, which was yesterday, Thursday, November 16th, Amazon Prime members can claim a free copy of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic on PC via Prime Gaming. This is an amazing, iconic, notable, fantastic RPG. It is consensus viewed as the greatest Star Wars game ever made, and one of the greatest RPG games ever made as well. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that's okay. Yeah. I was just, you're here on the constant, so I was just a little worried is all. That's fine. Nobody's obligated to be here. If that's the way that came off, that's not the way I meant it. I was just worried about you. That's it. Because you're usually here. You know what I mean? So it's good to see you. I hope that you're feeling better, a little bit more rejuvenated after resting. From let's see, you can get it from yesterday through the 20th. Okay, it is a BioWare game from 2003. It is amazing. I cannot say enough about this game. Obviously, it's got some age underneath it, right? We're talking about a 20-year-old game at this point. You have to go into playing this game expecting that. But if you can get past the age of the graphics and stuff like that, it's a phenomenal experience. It really is. It's not just coded, it's included with Prime Gaming right now. Rage 2, Adam Eve, Invincible, Adam Eve, visual novel, are also free. And dozens of smaller indie games. Yeah, if you're already an Amazon Prime subscriber, you have access to Prime Gaming. It's a no-brainer. If you already have a subscription, you can go grab these games for free right now. Some of them will be accessible through Amazon Prime's own platform. Some of them will be like Good Old Games product keys, which Good Old Games is a great platform as well. So you'll just have to take a look. But even if you're interested in getting these games right now and you're not a Prime subscriber, there are ways to get trials, a free month here and there, stuff like that. So just look into it. Here's the link to the article. Yeah, fair. Yeah, no, thanks, buddy. Dragon's Dogma 2. Oh, baby. This is one of my most hyped games right now. I think I say it like every day. But if you haven't heard me say it, I'm going to say it again. Dragon's Dogma 2 to get brand new gameplay reveals in November showcase. Oh, God, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So, Dragon's Dogma 2 showcase has been announced for later this month, featuring new information on the upcoming RPG. Showcase will be taking place on November 28th at 1 p.m. PST, 9 p.m. GMT. Will be hosted by game director Hideki Itsuno, along with producer Yoshiaki Hirabayashi. The teaser for the showcase promises an info-packed 15-minute live stream with brand new gameplay reveals. Oh my God. Oh, we're watching it. That's actually after I get back from my holiday break for Thanksgiving. So we'll be watching this. During an investor Q&A recently, Capcom noted that it's still expecting an undisclosed title to launch before the end of the fiscal year, ending March of this coming year, which would be Dragon's Dogma 2. Yeah. It's already been rated in Saudi Arabia. We saw that the other day, meaning a release date for the game could be coming sooner rather than later. If we don't see a release date in this showcase, I'm guessing we'll see a release date in the Game Awards for it. Because this game will be promoted in the Game Awards as well. I have very... I think that's a pretty safe bet. Yeah. That's about the gist of it. So excited. Okay, I got to hold on to that. Make sure we tag that as reminding us about this showcase happening. We've got the PC Gaming Show on the 30th. We've got Dragon's Dogma 2 showcase on the 28th. Lots of stuff coming our way. Fortnite fans in uproar over age-restricted skin changes. The update hasn't gone over well online. That's a great skin, by the way. Sprinkle banana. So Epic is under fire for restricting skins that players can use in certain matches. Through a blog post on the Fortnite website, Epic announced all islands in the game will be given age ratings. While on its own, this seems rather innocuous. It had led to every cosmetic item in the game, including skins, also be given an age rating. This has resulted in several items being unable to be used on islands. Quote, while there are thousands of Fortnite cosmetics for all experiences, a small portion is not compatible with E or E10 Plus or regionally equivalent game ratings, reads the blog post. Quote, in these cases, players will notice a new icon in their locker and in the item shop indicating which outfits and accessories cannot be equipped inside islands below a certain rating threshold. That's Lara Croft, Black Widow, Cable, Doctor Doom, and Domino. It does appear to be mainly be gun based. Like if you have a pistol holster or even an ammo clip, you're gone. In a statement to IGN following the update, Epic said that about 7% of Fortnite outfits can only be equipped in islands rated T for teen, going on to specify that over the next year we will enable most of these outfits to be compatible with all ratings by having them auto-adjusted appearance based on the island you want to play. This is not what I thought rating system would mean. I assume it would mean we would be getting more mature skins in various ways, not the skin we already own getting restricted. So basically, a bunch of adults were wanting like booba skins, you know, like anime, anime booba skins and stuff, you know. And they're like, no, we're not getting it, dude. All right, dude. Yo, yeah, okay. So I was like tripping yesterday because Pinky let us know that this game was free yesterday before we quit streaming, and then it actually came up in our Discord as well. And then I went and looked, and since the end of the stream yesterday, all the way through today, the game's still been full price, and I'm like, what's going on? So Half-Life was free on Steam for an hour, apparently. Valve's Half-Life 3 has been a bit of a meme along the gaming community for several years now. Ever since the release of Half-Life 2 in 2004, many people have been waiting for the sequel that will likely never come to be. But in almost 20 years of anticipation, they tend to jump on any news featuring Half-Life as an opportunity to make jokes about Gabe's third installment. So imagine how many sparks were flying earlier today when the first Half-Life game was made completely free on Steam. The jokes seem to write themselves, as not even an hour later the option to buy Half-Life for free was taken down from Steam. Valve has removed the Get Half-Life section of the store page. What is happening? Very likely that a few free copies are out there in the wild, though there have been reports that the option to get Half-Life for free didn't work even when it was available. The obvious answer to why it was removed is likely just an operator error. Someone on the Steam team just made the deal available sooner than it should have been. And unfortunately, the reason behind the deal existing in the first place isn't some grand Half-Life 3 announcement hype package, likely because in just a few days it will be the first Half-Life's birthday, and a pretty big one too, as Half-Life was first released on November 19th, 1998, so this will be the 25th anniversary of the series. The sale is likely for that fact, and while Half-Life 3 may never happen, first two games are still icons of the industry, and a celebration of their history is more than earned. Yep. So we'll keep track, and I'll let everybody know whenever it does, in fact, go free, okay? As hopefully it will. One of the best Xbox 360 games is only $3 for a limited time. What are we talking about here? None other than the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. Yes, what a banger, dude. I remember playing the crap out of this game. Oh, so enthralled. God, by playing this game. So good. Developed by Bethesda and published by Bethesda, Oblivion was released on March 20th of 2006 as the fourth installment of the Elder Scrolls series. Widely considered the best game in the RPG series, though many think it was surpassed by its successor, Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, right? And of course, there's some Morrowind ride or dies out there as well. Wherever you come down on this debate, there's no denying it is one of the best RPGs of its era and arguably ever made, as evident by its 94 on Metacritic. More than this, it is full stop one of the best Xbox 360 games regardless of genre. Yeah. They've got the trailer here if you want to see it. This is just for the base game, not the Game of the Year edition that comes with Knights of the Nine and Shivering Isles, its two expansions. That said, the game is at minimum roughly 30 hours. This is the minimum, though. It's likely going to take you anywhere from 80 to 180 hours to play, depending on your playstyle. In other words, it would take OA about 250 hours to play. And you have a lot of content to work through before you worry about diving into the expansions. So yeah, this is actually a really good deal. $3 for Morrowind, dude, or Oblivion. I mean, $3 for Oblivion. That's a really good game, dude. Here, if anybody needs it, it's in chat. Whatever, dude. So we've got some sale stuff here. Huge PS Store Black Friday sale live. Now over 1,000 PS5 and PS4 games on offer. All right. Cheesed Oblivion so hard. Bro, I remember when Skyrim first came out. I found out about this cheese and I grinded for a bit to figure it out. And I can't even remember exactly what it was. But I just did it until I got it. And then I loaded a save before it so that I didn't actually use it. But there was a way to make this insanely powerful, like armor and weapons and stuff. When not too long after the game released in Skyrim, and it was with no mods, nothing like that. It was just base game, and it was really stupid OP, dude. And it was all about like crafting it yourself. And so I grinded it out and did it and tested it, and it was like stupid powerful. It was really, really gross. And I didn't want to play the game like that though, so I just did it to have some fun, and then I went back to an old save. How'd you cheese Oblivion, dude? So So it looks like the PS Black Friday sale is live. More than 1,000 games are part of the promotion. Below you'll find a selection of the most significant games on sale. All discounts available until the 27th of this month. For now, they have the discounted UK prices to share. The USA sale will go live once it becomes a Friday in the US. So check back for those prices when they're live. Which they're here. It's Friday, right? Final Fantasy 16, $42. I'm just gonna give the USD prices. AC Mirage 40, EA Sports FC 35, Diablo 4 42, Mortal Kombat 1 49, SF Street Fighter 6 40, Resident Evil 4 40, Hogwarts Legacy 42, Crew Motorfest 36. I would heavily recommend looking into the Crew Motorfest. I think has actually been decent. I think it's Forza. The new Forza is the one that I think people should be looking into to see what you think about what they've done with that game before you decide to buy. The Crew Motorfest, I think it'll be okay. I think God of War Ragnarok is 40. Gran Turismo 7 40. Lords of the Fallen 49. Honestly, I would take a look at this too because you're probably better off getting Lies of P. Two Souls-like games. Lies of P apparently is much better. They're already working on DLC for this. And Lords of the Fallen's, you're going to fall on one of two sides of the coin here, I think, for Lords of the Fallen. It's had some performance issues out the gate. Not too bad, I don't think, but some. And it depends on what kind of Dark Souls player you are. Which aspects of Dark Souls you've liked and not liked as to what you might get out of Lords of the Fallen. Be careful with that one. I think all the way around, though, probably have a better time with Lies of P. Last of Us Part 1, $40. Red Dead Redemption, $40. Remnant 2. How much have we talked about this bull crap? Anyways, Remnant 2, $35. Horizon Call of the Mountain, 40, and Aliens Dark Descent 28. All right. For the complete list, they've got links and everything. So take a look if you're into getting some PlayStation sales. All right. Figured out in the base game. Hold on. Where the chameleon effect stacked, he used a bunch of equipment with that, so it could be 100% invisible all the time, and just always got ×6 sneak attack from bow shots. Oh, that's gross, dude. Nice. Yeah, well played. So Xbox's Black Friday digital sale is now live with up to 95% off over 1,000 games as well. Who would have thought? Xbox doing the same kind of sale that PlayStation does, or PlayStation doing the same kind of sale that Xbox does, whichever way you want to look at it. It'll be the same kinds of games too. So just know, like Star Wars Squadrons is like $2, Mirror's Edge $1, Diablo 4 $42, same price as like PlayStation, right? WWE 2K23 $20, Mass Effect Andromeda Deluxe Recruit Edition $6, XCOM 2 Collection $10, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice $5, BioShock the Collection $10. They're going to have links for the entire list here. If you're into getting some Xbox games, then dive in here and see what you might be able to get your hands on, all right? Lots of deals going on right now. Another Target's Black Friday 2023 deals revealed. Let's see what we got in here. Sneak peek. The deals for Target are going to run from the 19th of November to the 25th. Obviously, gaming hardware, software. Yeah. Yeah, they got like PS5 console bundles with either Spider-Man 2 or Modern Warfare 3 that you can be had for $500 US. Xbox Series X console for $450. And you'll get a $75 Target gift card as well. Same price and gift card applies to the Xbox Series X Diablo 4 bundle. PS5 and Xbox controllers being discounted to $50. MetaQuest 2 VR headset available for $250. You can look at their entire deal section right here in this pamphlet. And they've got 10% off gaming gift cards, a MetaQuest 2, Switch Lite with Animal Crossing, $200. Switch OLED with Smash Bros, $350. Again, don't forget, dude. Like, the Switch is an amazing console. We got new Nintendo hardware coming in about probably 9 to 10 months. And it'll be $400. So if you've already got a Switch in some capacity, it's probably not worth buying like an OLED version right now or something. If you don't have a Switch right now, it might be a good time to buy into it. But just, think about that. PS5 console bundles, PS5 controllers, all that kind of stuff, $20 video games, Modern Warfare 2. $30 video games. They got a whole list of stuff in here if you guys are interested. All right. The deals, dude, they're all over the place. Again, I think that what I would promote is there's a site called Camel that Ferret has told us he uses quite often to compare prices for Amazon. There's also a site that I use quite often, especially during these times of the year when many retailers are holding sales that can allow you to get in there and look at where some of the best sales are happening on particular products, called slickdeals.net. So you can get in there and take a look. Just do your research, look around. There are a lot of retailers doing a lot of sales, and you're only going to benefit yourself by trying to find out the best place that you can get the best sales on the things that you're interested in purchasing right now. So take a bit of time, do a little bit of research, get the best bang for your buck, okay? Introducing voice reporting in Fortnite. History of the product, pricing, if they're doing a good sell. Yeah. Nice. Thanks, man. Sorry. So Epic is introducing voice reporting in Fortnite. Now, in addition to being able to block, mute, and report other players, you'll be able to submit audio evidence when reporting suspected violations of community rules. This will help them take action against players using voice chat to bully, harass, discriminate, or engage in other inappropriate behavior. How voice reporting works. When voice reporting is on, the last 5 minutes of voice chat audio are captured on a rolling basis. It means only the immediate last 5 minutes of audio is reportable. As new audio is captured, any previous audio that's more than 5 minutes old is automatically deleted. Voice chat audio is securely captured on your device, for example, your gaming console or PC, not the Epic Games servers. If you report a conversation, that voice chat audio captured from the last 5 minutes will be uploaded with the report and sent to Epic moderators for review. You can see if voice reporting is currently on or off in the sidebar. Note, Epic has no way of accessing any voice chat audio unless voice reporting is on and a participant submits a voice report. Audio clips submitted to Epic for review will be auto-deleted after 14 days or the duration of a sanction, whichever is longer. In the event of an appeal, retention may be extended for up to 14 days so the sanctioned decision can be reviewed. If Epic needs to retain an audio clip to comply with legal obligations, it will be retained for as long as legally required. This shows where to find it in the settings, right? Enabling and disabling voice reporting. They give you step-by-step instructions, how to report, reporter anonymity, notifying sanctioned players, other voice chat services, all that stuff. So if you're a Fortnite player, know that this is a thing now. All you toxic little buttholes out there, get ready for it because you're about to get wrecked. All right. This is really the last thing I have for the day. Ferret brought this to my attention. I mean, we'll take a quick peek at this. We'll discuss it for a moment. Then we'll move on and play games for the rest of the day, okay? We'll go play BG3. Have a great Friday. If anybody has anything else to add, you know of anything that we haven't touched on here recently, you want to bring it up, let me know in chat and we'll discuss it before we move on. Weeks after Bungie gutted Destiny's 2 community team, the Game Awards nominates the MMO for Best Community Support. Bungie's social and community staff were hit especially hard in recent layoffs. So Destiny 2's community team has been nominated at the Game Awards for their liaising, feedback collection, transparency, and player correspondence. And a lot of the people behind that work are no longer at the company following a recent wave of painful layoffs at Bungie. Game Awards posted the full nominees earlier. This was on like the 14th, right? Or the 15th, 4 days ago. Yeah. Criteria for best community support are described as outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity and game updates, patches. Contenders for the category are BG3, Cyberpunk, Destiny 2, FF16, and No Man's Sky. The other 4 nominees are all riding pretty high, but D2, Destiny 2, is at one of its lowest points ever following deep cuts at Bungie, which hit the MMO's social and community teams especially hard. Yeah, Bloomberg reported last month that roughly 8% of the studio, or some roughly 100 employees, had been let go, and several dozen impacted. Devs took to Twitter or LinkedIn to confirm the news, many coming from community and social media management. Layoffs came paired with word of delay for Destiny 2 The Final Shape, which is said to have slipped to mid-next year, though Bungie's yet to announce this itself despite corroboration from other news sources. On one hand, current and recently laid off Destiny 2 community team members may well be happy to see their work recognized. On the other hand, those same members may be extra pained to see their contributions highly valued by folks who aren't the company executives that just laid them off right before the holiday season. Yeah. Just ask former Destiny 2 community manager Liana Rupert, who went by Hippie in Bungie blog posts. If it does win, I would be very proud of community managers Cosmo and Bruno because they're amazing, but they left them with nothing. Our team has been asking for more people, not laying off half of them, she said in a tweet discussing the game's nomination. Bungie CEO Pete Parsons released a bizarre and unpopular statement in the wake of the layoffs, drawing criticism for calling it a sad day for Bungie and encouraging other studios to hire the departing exceptional individuals for their skills. The only other acknowledgement has been a brief post from Bungie admitting that we know we have lost a lot of your trust. Quote, to us, the path forward is clear. We need to make the final shape an unforgettable Destiny experience. We want to build something that will be regarded alongside the best games we've ever made. Yeah, there's been a year of heavy layoffs. We talk about it every single day. There's not a news segment that we get to enjoy in the stream without talking about layoffs in some form or fashion in the gaming industry. It's terribly daunting. And I mean, there's nothing. I don't think there's any way you take a look at this specific situation here and don't see how Destiny 2 is going to suffer. You know, the for a game that's been out this long, and they are, when did this release? 2016, something like that. They're being nominated for an award still at this point, and the reason they're being awarded or nominated for an award, best community support, and that area of their team just got absolutely obliterated. "2017, yeah, I was pretty close. Thanks, buddy." So, I don't know. So, I think it's I mean, not just Bungie either. Bungie absolutely included, but all of these development companies are not all. Not all. There are a lot of these development companies that so quick to save the company, as it were, by just laying off so many people. You know, I don't know. Well, at least with the Bungie situation, we got a little bit of some insider insight and details about what the situation entailed. I've got you know, we got to talk about that in the news a little bit, and it's never feels good, but at least having a little bit of some knowledge about what went down there, and as opposed to just the same default bullcrap that gets smoke blown up at us every single time this happens. We love our community and we love our employees, and there's nothing else we could do, but you have no idea if they actually did anything to try and circumvent that process of having to fire the people that they quote unquote care about so much, you know. It's every day, man. And I think that a large part of this can be again attributed to what we've seen with a lot of overhiring during the height of the pandemic and everything, because the gaming industry was blowing up. The hardware part of the industry was having significant issues, but you know, a lot of the gaming industry was just insanely lucrative. There wasn't enough resources to keep it going for how much player base there was. It was exploding, man. It was huge because everybody was having to stay home. Everybody, you know, you couldn't go out and engage with people anymore. So people were like, well, what's the next best way to, you know, have some fun hanging out with people and engaging and, you know, communicating and stuff? Video games, man. So yeah, even though gaming was already big, it just got massive. And so companies hired to, you know, try and keep up with the demand for what was being needed at the time. And I think that at least a significant amount of what we're seeing here has to be attributed to the industry kind of falling back down to normal after getting away from the heightened state of the industry during the pandemic. It's got to be a little bit of that. I think there's another side of it too, which is, you see a company like Epic, firing 900 employees roughly. I think there's an amount of that that's bad business decisions, but they don't want to cop up to that really. I think that that's why it's so important that I talk about so often why we need details. We don't get them because, a company's never going to want to make themselves look bad. But, for me, I'm always going to expect the worst out of a company if they're not going to tell you up front why this has happened. I'm just going to expect them to be a crappy corporation, as opposed to at least getting some kind of information of them, what actually happened internally to lead to such a situation where they feel like they need to fire 900 people, at least if they were upfront about it and like, look, man, we made some bad choices. This is what led us to this position. We did these kinds of things to try and circumvent having to fire people, but unfortunately, this was the case. I'd have a lot more respect for a company that at least came out and tried to be upfront about that. But most of them don't do that, right? So I have no other reasoning than to look at them as just scummy corporations. I don't know. I don't know what else to do but to just assume. I don't like to be one of those people that does that kind of thing, but what else can you do when you don't get anything else but the base default bullcrap kind of statements out of these companies every single time they do something like this? I doubt their CEOs are hurting, I doubt it. Good news segment. Thanks, guys. Let's go play some games. A game. We're going to go play BG3, man. That's the Jam-a-Lam. Let's get some tunes popping. Yeah, boys and girls. So happy flipping Friday. I hope everybody's doing well. Anybody's hanging out that's not familiar with what we do, or maybe if you're watching this as a VOD later on, just getting to kind of check out the content for the first time. This is the way we always start out all of our streams. 6 days a week. We stream. We're off on Wednesdays. With streams down on Wednesdays, but we start off at 6 a.m. CST CDT 6 days a week. We always kick it off with video gaming news, try to stay current and up to date with what's going on in the video gaming industry before we segue into playing games for the rest of the day like we're about to do right now. So if anybody's been able to check this out and you're just kind of getting familiar with what we do, we also have all of our previous video gaming news segments, all the content we do, whether it be the video gaming news stuff, the gameplay playthroughs we've done, funny clips and highlights, stuff like that. It's all out there on the Twitch channel in playlists as well as on the YouTube channel in playlists. So go check out that stuff. If you're enjoying it, then I would prompt you to come hang out with us. We got a lot of amazing people that are part of what we do. We're always looking for more cool people. Spreading good vibes, being welcoming, inclusive, just good people, man. Come be a part of what brings us together in the first place is just having fun with video games, but also just trying to create an amazing community of just good people here, man, and take care of one another and have a good time, man. So if that seems to fit your vibe, then come be a part of us, man. Other than that, happy flipping Friday, you legends. Stay healthy, stay safe, be kind. I'm going to run us our outro right here for the news segment, but stream's not going down. As soon as it's over, we'll be right back up here starting up the gaming stuff, okay?